So I'm going to film one more video today. It is still the very last day of April 2020. I'm going to read one more article because I only have 6 articles from this spring 2017 semester. So I might as well, and I think that the next 3 that I have written from this time won't be up until like a while from now, because I'm probably only going to do one of them. Like just film another video. I can either film Wednesdays or Thursdays for these videos. So like one video and then the next week do another video and the next week do another video, that kind of thing. This particular one has a photo. It was written February 6th and 7th, 2017. It does look like, I think that this one has a little bit more of a trigger warning necessary to it, so I will add that in post-editing, because I don't know exactly what it is going into it. If you don't know, hi, I'm Raquel. I wrote articles for my university newspaper on mental health awareness and like suicide prevention and recovery and all that kind of jazz, wellness, health, that kind of stuff. I was very open about my own mental health and largely wrote from an first-person I perspective, I statements, all that kind of jazz. I do work with NAMI as well, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and I've been doing that since about March 2016, and I started writing articles around the same time, 2016, so I did that until I left school when I graduated in fall 2018, so that's like a little bit about that. Okay, we're gonna go into it. So this one is called Doubts and Insecurities. And I'm pulling this up from my blog. So I have a blog also by the same name as this YouTube channel on Wordpress. I probably update there more frequently than I do on my YouTube channel, and I also have a Twitter account. If you want to follow that, feel free. You know, cool by me. If you could leave a comment on what you would like to see next in upcoming videos or songs that you want me to try to feature, let me know. So, okay, this is the, I have a black and white photo that I took from Peru when I visited there with my mom back in summer 2014. I think I brought a tripod with me, so that makes more sense. But it's just me, my back is towards the camera, and then there's curtains and stuff, and that's how it looks. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how well you can see that, more so. I can include a picture of it as well. That's kind of what it looked like. So, also photographed and written by me, and let's go. Okay. I have to sneeze. I might have to sneeze at some point, but okay. And I'm going to add my own commentary from today's perspective onto this. I recognized my first insecurity about a week prior to the start of this semester. My first fear was that I was running out of topics and concepts to write about, which are particularly illogical as I have plenty of ideas left to go. But this insecurity bit at me, leaving a mark on my skin as if to say it owned me. My second doubt came one evening while I was heading to catch the train at South Station. It wormed its way into my brain, expressing the questioning wonder if I would be able to complete college. The bigger worm behind that doubt was if I was going to be able to survive through graduate school. The next drop came when I got lost trying to get to my new therapist's office. Annoyingly, I got lost right around where I needed to be, and I have since learned the way. But it cost me an appointment and having to reschedule for 2 weeks later. I remember that. I used to see someone, I used to see an OCD specialist therapist in Brookline, and up in Boston, and I did that for like a year and a half maybe, after I transitioned out from the counseling center at school. I went to UMass Boston, so it makes sense. And then I changed over to actually this agency, which I have actually a couple other videos that I want to do. I have one that I have to reshoot and everything, that is about this agency that I use. But yeah, the therapist was April. Her name was April. And it was that appointment, and I think it was snowing that day, I believe, and it was like I just cried in the parking lot. Really sad. But yeah. Yeah, so I couldn't go to that appointment, so it kind of sucked. Yeah, okay, I said it right here too. I proceeded to sob in the parking lot as the snow came down to keep me company, as depression came flooding into my vision and negative self-talk seemed like the ultimate truth. It was then that I recalled why being a student last semester was nowhere near my list of concerns. It all made sense then, and I struggled to shake the shock of its pain for the following 3 days. My next Scarlet Takes a Tumble came with a round of procrastination. The procrastination led to some rule breaking, no, demolishing, of my student identity, as deep shame made me want to isolate myself and be deprived of sensory information for the rest of the day. A nap settled my disgruntled mood, but the next wave of insecurities came for me early in the evening. It began gradually, a doubt again about my limited amount of content to come, then to my wondering if my articles were even interesting to begin with. Shadows of doubt dangled in my vision as I wasn't sure anymore if my articles even mattered. Maybe, I thought, maybe they never did. Yet on the surface, it was not merely a question of my article's worth, but of my own worth as a person. This part occurred to me as the doubts swam in my mind, heading to the train station. My brain swung left and right at me, and naturally I reacted in a way that I think anybody would. I cried. For some reason, when my brain spouts its cruel words and lies, I am aware of the fact that what it is telling me is not the truth. And in part, I think that is part of the problem, because I realize it is not the truth that I am being told, and yet I feel powerless to stop its assault. I am not even sure if voicing these doubts is a form of reassurance seeking, which is from OCD, or if I am meant to just keep them to myself and let go of them so I can move forwards. But in part, it feels like I cannot move forwards. I fear my articles have become like journal entries, no longer with a point but merely to update myself on my life. Who cares about my life, I wonder? Does my story matter? The words slice through my very soul, and I am left wandering in the nothingness of negative self-talk and depression, and I am sure that OCD is hanging around the vicinity as well. Naturally, these doubts exhume a deep level of emotional pain. At least I can say that my crying spell helped, and I was able to move forwards by writing the beginning of this article. What is my conclusion? The fear is that there is not one. Yet maybe that is not such a bad thing. When I am well, I hold strong beliefs in the idea that my story matters, I matter, and the reader out there, whoever they are, matters too. I can have these doubts and insecurities, and they do not have to rule my life. Easier said than practiced, yet true all the same. I can remind myself that my feelings are temporary, and as the most common and most heard response I get when I voice my suicidal thoughts to people, I can also remind myself, don't do that. Such a common response I got. And of course, the factors I have outlined here are not the only concerns engaged in this thick black ball of spider web goo. Yet that exploration is for another article. Ultimately, I have to believe that what I do matters. It matters to me, to you, and to people I do not even know yet. I hold purpose, and so do you. Thank you for existing. And that's it. That actually wasn't too bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse, but it wasn't. Yeah, I think I can kind of relate to the fact that they kind of were a little bit like journal entries. I kind of did, like, I don't know. I remember when I was writing articles, even since the beginning of it, people asked me, like, if it was really helping me, if it was actually hurting me and stuff. Not in, like, a physical sense, but, like, emotionally and things like that. It was just kind of like I don't know, it was interesting. like with the article that someone wrote about me, kind of thing, like that they posed that question, like, what is the cost of like being so open about recovery and like talking about mental health and talking about things that like most people don't talk about and stuff like that. But yeah, I know when I was really struggling back in the beginning of 2018, I remember that I wrote some pretty dark articles when I was just in that high symptomatic state. And those were like more of like I was writing for myself rather than writing for other people and stuff. So, but I think before that it was really largely like part of it was like it was just kind of helpful and soothing, and it kind of got my stuff out, and I could be helpful in other ways and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah. So that is that article. Wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was like, oh no. But I really oh yeah, I got my nails did when I was at work the other day, a couple days ago. So that's them. I have actually pictures of this too. I put on Twitter if you want to check that out. But that is the end of this video. So I did 3 today, so that's a lot. But and the editing, I think the first one was probably the longest, but this one probably won't be too long. Alright, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. It's almost 6 now. I have to go. I have to watch Station 19 tonight, and then probably work on a blog post. Try to figure out the NAMI account issue that I'm having. I have to email somebody about that, because I know I have an account, because I am a member of NAMI. I get newsletters and stuff like that, but like it's not letting me get into my account, so it's annoying. And I have to do that before I can make a virtual walk, like group thing, team. So I have to figure that out. And then I will probably read. I should read. That would be good. I should definitely read a book. Yeah. That's all I have. Okay. Stay safe, take care, be well, much love and light to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you got something out of it. And I will see you in the next one, whatever that happens to be. Bye.